Hello and welcome back to Weyermann's Whimsy. We are going to make this a happy hello to you card today. Super easy, a bit of stamping, but otherwise super easy. We're using stitched rectangle dies for all the cutout pieces, and I've used the small poinsettia from the Merriest Moments set along with the die to cut it out from Merriest Dies. And the greeting is from Sunny Sentiments. So let's go ahead and build this card. Where to start? Okay, I've already cut out the poinsettias for the greeting. And although this is indeed poinsettias, when you do it in different colors in a different way, it doesn't look like a Christmas card. So this is a piece of 5.5 by 4.25. It's just large enough so that when I put the second from largest stitched rectangle die on it, I've got room to cut out. The Mango Melody is cut with the largest of the stitched rectangles. So let's go ahead and get started with the stamping. So what I'm doing is I am stamping down once, turning it around, and stamping down again so that I get kind of a double flower going on. And I just keep doing that all over, and then I come in with the Mango Melody in between, doing the same thing. So I know that I'm going to be cutting it smaller, so I don't have to worry so much about filling in the edges as I normally would. You can do this as a one-sheet wonder as well and cut it up and make 4 cards out of it. I have just done this up like this. I'm just trying to lay out where my best bet is. There we go. And I'm just going to pull another one over here, and course making sure that I leave some room for the Mango Melody ones, and it's absolutely okay if your flowers overlap. This one isn't too busy. You can make it as busy as you want. I'm just going to clean off my stamp and come in with the Mango Melody. I've used the Flirty Flamingo so far. Sorry I hadn't told you what color I was using, but it is indeed Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just going to come in and do some inking up. So I love the Christmas stamp sets, but I also love using them in different ways so that they're not just for Christmas. You can use them all year round and get lots and lots of versatility out of them. The stamps, you pay good money for good product, and it's helpful if you can use them all throughout the year instead of just, like I say, at Christmas time. I am going to fit one in here just so that I've got some Mango Melody in other places on the card. I'm going to pop another one in here too. This card is going to be quite a bit busier than the sample card. That's good. You can see the difference in busy versus a little bit less busy, and we're going to leave it at that. The greeting's going to go here, so I don't need to worry about that piece. I'm just going to put that over there, and I am going to layer up my card front, and I can kind of lay out the die where I want to focus on. I want to have a little bit around the edges, so if I use that there, it will be just fine, but I need to remember to turn that on an angle so that I don't have that hard edge going through the machine. It's easier on the machine, it takes less effort to crank it through, and it doesn't sound like everything's falling apart and breaking inside when it thumps out the other end. So we've got our piece. You can save these pieces, this piece here, if you wanted to trim that off and use it on another card. I don't tend to, because I have got little drawers full of bits and pieces that I might use later. And quite often I don't. So I've got a landscape opening card base. It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut long ways down the middle at 4 1/4 and then scored at 5.5. And I am going to use my, and I am just about to run out of this. Luckily I have another one at the ready. There we go. The Stampin' Seal only ever runs out when I'm actually doing a video. Now this is a slightly different shape than the card base. It's a little bit narrower than the card, so just try and get it as equal around as you can. Now I know I want this one to go here because I want the greeting here, so I'm just going to flat mount this as well. This, however, is meant to be equal sized all the way around, so it will fit equally all around. And I've taken the Happy Hello. As you can see, I've used both sides of the paper on this one. If at first you don't succeed, turn the paper over and try again. So I'm going to pop this in here. Notice I'm covering up that white space, making sure it's lined up evenly. And you may notice that I was a little bit short on the greeting here on the paper, so there's no die mark down the side. And this looks just a little bit crooked to me, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of a peel up and just pull it a little bit. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these flowers one to the other, making sure that I've got it the way I want it as far as overlapping goes. And I'd like it a little bit more. There we go, like that. And I am going to glue this on the edge here, so you're not actually going to see that the edge of the decoration on the die is missing. So I'm going to pop this right in here like this, right over that edge, so it extends over the flower as well. If you want to, you can put a dimensional underneath this piece to hold it up. I'm not overly concerned about that. So we are going to add a little bit of bling now. That flower looks a little bit empty. So we are going to put, I've got the matte decorative dots, and I'm using the kind of the yellow one, which could be Mango Melody. There's different shades through it. I am going to use one of the darker ones to put in the center of the flower, like that. And then I'm just going to add a couple more just to give it a little bit of interest. And that is how you use a Christmas set to make a non-Christmas card. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.